Okay, so we all know the basics of driving, right? Stop at red, go on green. But this is about what happens when the road itself doesn't play by the rules. We're going beyond the driving test to really get into the art of handling those sudden, unexpected hazards. You know, those moments where your split-second decision is everything. And it almost always comes down to this single, heart-stopping question. You're just driving along, maybe listening to some music, and bam, there's something in your lane. What do? Swerve or brake? It's the question every single driver dreads.
And this just nails it, doesn't it? 1 second, you're thinking about dinner or what you've got to do tomorrow, and in the next, just like that, you're in a high-stakes crisis. It's a stark reminder of just how fast a normal drive can turn into something serious.
See, it's not always about the other drivers. Sometimes the most sudden threat comes from the road itself. So let's talk about leveling up our defensive driving game so we're ready for that exact moment.
To get ready, you've got to know what you're up against, right? So the first thing we need to do is profile the threats. Let's really understand the most common enemies you're likely to face out there on the asphalt. And here they are, the usual suspects. You've got your potholes, of course. Then there's road debris, which can be anything from a blown-out tire tread to a mattress that flew off a truck. Not to mention animals, stalled cars, sudden puddles. I mean, the danger can literally be anything.
Now, what's really interesting here is that this isn't just random chaos. There are actually patterns to it. Think about it. Spring is pothole season because of all the freezing and thawing. Nighttime? That's when visibility is low and animals are most active. Knowing these patterns helps you anticipate the danger before it's even there.
So with all that in mind, how do you actually prepare? Well, it all comes down to your single best weapon, anticipation. Honestly, seeing the danger before it's right in front of your bumper is more than half the battle. It's everything.
3. Just burn this number into your brain. The 3-second rule. It is the absolute rock-bottom minimum following distance you should have. And it's not just about giving you room to brake. It's about giving your eyes and your brain enough time to actually see and process that piece of debris if the car in front of you suddenly swerves to miss it.
And check this out. This is one of those pieces of pro-level knowledge. We all know to be careful in a heavy downpour, but that first light rain after a dry spell, it can be way more dangerous. Why? Because it lifts all the oil and gunk off the asphalt and creates this incredibly slick film. So the rule of thumb, double your following distance. Go from 3 seconds to 6. Okay, these habits right here, this is what separates a regular driver from a truly great one. You have to develop this kind of 360-degree awareness. Don't just stare at the bumper in front of you. Scan way down the road. Check your mirrors constantly. Always have an escape plan. That just means you're constantly asking yourself, okay, if I had to bail right now, where would I go? And of course, none of that is possible if you're distracted. Your full attention is your best defense.
But let's be real, sometimes anticipation just isn't enough. Sometimes an obstacle is just there, no warning. So now we're shifting gears to the reactive part of your toolkit, what you do when you have to act and you have to act now. This is the big one. Your first instinct, that gut reaction, is probably to yank the wheel, right? To swerve. But that can be a catastrophic mistake. A violent swerve can easily make you lose control, roll your car, or send you directly into oncoming traffic. Sometimes, and I know this is a tough pill to swallow, the safest option is to brake hard in a straight line and hit the smaller obstacle. It's choosing the lesser of two evils. You're prioritizing human safety over a bumper or a tire. All right, for a pothole you just can't avoid, this next technique is a total game changer. And it sounds kind of weird at first. So you slow down as much as you can, you grip the wheel tight, but then, and this is the magic part, right before your tire hits the hole, you let your foot off the brake. Releasing the brake lets your car's suspension uncompress, which allows the wheel to roll through the pothole more gently instead of slamming into the other side. It can make a huge difference in preventing damage. So, you made it through. You hit the pothole or the debris, but you're okay. But just because you're past the obstacle doesn't mean it's over. Now we need to cover what happens after an impact, the consequences, and the responsibilities. And the damage? It can be a real chain reaction. You could be looking at bent rims, blown tires, thousands in suspension work. But honestly, the bigger risk is that the impact disables your car, and suddenly you are the new hazard that everyone else has to avoid. And listen up, because this part is so important. If you're the one who caused the hazard, if that was your cargo that fell off, you have a serious legal responsibility. You have to pull over safely, you have to try and warn other drivers, and you absolutely must call the authorities to report it. If you just drive off, you could be on the hook for any damage or injuries it causes later. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about what we can do as drivers. But here's the cool part. We're not out there alone. The roads themselves are actually designed with some pretty smart features to help protect us, often in ways we don't even think about. Let's look at one of the best examples. I just love this quote. Rumble strips. We've all heard them, right? That loud brrr sound when you drift a little too far? They're often called an unsung hero of road safety, and for good reason. Their job is simple but so effective. They snap you back to attention. But did you know they're not all the same? They're actually designed for very specific jobs. You've got the ones in the center line to stop you from drifting into a head-on collision. The ones on the shoulder are to keep you from running off the road. And when you feel them going all the way across your lane, that's your wake-up call that a stop sign or some other big change is coming up fast. So at the end of the day, the data is crystal clear. These simple, inexpensive grooves in the pavement are proven to be incredibly effective. They save lives by fighting back against two of the biggest dangers on the road, drowsy and distracted driving. And really, that's what this all boils down to. From the engineers who design rumble strips into the highway to you and me paying attention behind the wheel, road safety is a team sport. It truly is a shared responsibility between all of us. So, I'll just leave you with this question. The next time you get in your car, think about it. How will your driving, the small choices you make, ripple outwards and make the road just a little bit safer for everyone?
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.